Love is what I got. Love is what I got. Yeah, I had to switch the station because uh, there was a commercial on, and so I'd be toggling between the hip hop station and the like alternative rock station. It's like a '90s rock station, and at first I was like, "This is not the vibe," because I just got done listening to Drake on my own playlist, but I don't know, it fit though, especially since my emojis I chose was like a heart and a praise, so. Spirit be knowing what they doing. Spirit be knowing, okay? So we gonna keep the vibe high, all right? Everything is all right. Everything finna be all right. Even if it hasn't been, it's gonna be. All right, so we just got this deck of oracle cards, the Sacred Forest. Okay, I got these when I was in Atlanta, which is a truly sacred forest. Like, cannot wait to move back there. Cannot wait to move back there. I really want to go there, buy land, and truly build in Atlanta. Ancient oak spirit, okay? Woohoo! Just around the river bend, la la la. This is giving me Mother Willow, okay? And like I was just talking about Atlanta, okay? Like it's a forest. Like it is. When I got to Atlanta, that's when I really tapped into those fairy spirits, because it's like the trees are alive. There's so much like history type energy, like a historical ass energy out there in Atlanta. And wow, I'm just looking. It says strength. Those old ass trees. Those old ass, big ass trees are a symbol of strength, resilience, and I heard time well spent. Okay, so I don't know where we're going with this message, but I definitely have been tapping into my Native American spirit, and just back to nature, back to earth, getting eating healthy, fresh air, grounding. Okay, it's really time. It's really not just a time for that, but I feel like we need that, like, to reset ourselves personally. I feel like it's a time of that on a large scale and on the micro scale. So if we want to see the world be a better place, and we want to see the world go back to nature, and things become realigned, we got to do it. We got to start with self. Okay. Spirit Garden of Autumn, letting go. Baby, who is ready for fall? Who is ready for... I got my pumpkin spice latte right now. I went ahead and bought the pumpkin spice creamer. Okay, non-dairy, of course. Good. I'm ready. I'm like, I want to celebrate Halloween. Like, I want to, like, really honor my ancestors, and just not just honoring my ancestors, but like I just want to reclaim this energy. This is going to be a collective energy or collective reading. It's just a quick message, honey. I'm not doing personals, okay? I do offer personals, so you can check me out in the description box, okay, if that's something that you really are interested in. Hummingbird spirit joy. So get excited. Get excited about I'm almost hearing like a slower time, or like, let's cut the bullshit. Let's really get back into what's important, okay? Let's stop and smell the roses and appreciate the little things. Okay, that's gonna bring us joy and knowledge. Okay? I'm feeling joy and pain. We got sunshine and rain, and we definitely need them both. And I'm feeling like knowledge is the pain energy, because it's like the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. okay? Some things you may learn about our current society will really piss you off. Some things that have been ingrained in us since little children, not even just us though, our parents, right? Was ingrained in them to believe a certain way that simply was not true, that was actually an illusion, and we are the generation to shatter that illusion. And some people are going to choose to stay asleep, to not recognize facts, not recognize truth. Oh well. There was a point in my time where I wanted to evangelize everybody, like, oh my God, follow me. And, you know, as a leader, when you're called to lead, okay, lead a nation of people, you just got to show them. You just got to walk it like you're talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop, talk less and do more energy. Pegasus, transcending and stillness, okay? So sometimes we feel like, oh my God, if things aren't moving, it's still moving. It's still working. It's still, rest is a part of the plan. Being still, sometimes that's what you need to get your star guidance, okay? So don't be afraid of those times. And I like how it came out with this transcending energy. It's like, it could be like a timeline jump, okay? Or, God, it's like the word transcending, I really just feel like it's like a quantum leap or energetic transfer. I'm really trying to figure out, like, how do you explain this energy? It's like you're fading into something, okay? It's overcoming, but in a spiritual way. I don't know. I can't, I'm not able to really give you, I'm not really able to articulate it. Russell Lemaster. You know, Russell Lemaster, he says, John 3:16, and that's one of the illusions we got to break. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. That's part of the illusions that must be broken. Okay? Coming from someone who grew up in that world, okay? Like, baby. You don't need anybody to be between you and the Most High Creator. Okay? Divine source energy is within you, and you do not have to go and say, you don't need to talk to anybody outside of yourself to connect directly with divine source energy. Okay? Although I love a good allegory. I love a good story. I love a good, you know, a story that teaches. I forgot what it's called. Okay? Have the courage to be free. Have the courage to set yourself free. We have been in bondage as a society, no matter which side of the fence you stand on, okay? That there have been so many lies and illusions painted on us to help us be bound to a certain way of life. They don't want us to be free. They don't want us to like just have our own personal energy for ourselves. They want us to just get up, go to work, make their money, and keep them on top. No, there's way more of us than them. When we talk about the 1%, okay, versus the 99, what? Why? How is it that, why do you think that 1% of the world could even possibly have control over 99% if they weren't lying? It's certainly not because they have money. No, it's because they literally are lying, creating illusions and setting up shit to fuck up our heads, be in our fucking energy. You know, they do all this fear-based shit, okay, like creating disasters for us to be like, they suck our energy from that. So what if we just say, I don't care? No. No, Chucky Loaf. Oh, Chunky Loaf. I thought you... Aw, I kind of like that name, actually. I was like, Chucky Loaf. What the fuck is that? Chunky Loaf. It's kind of cute. But I don't know why you want me to say that, so no. Yeah, with that eagle spirit. Okay? What country represent the eagle? We using the eagle. Yeah, let's soar on that ass. It's time to soar on that ass. We are so smart, and the veil is thin, baby. We don't gotta listen to nothing. Okay? You don't gotta listen to me. Okay? I'm just want to encourage you to learn something new and follow your intuition. Okay? Have the courage to break free from the illusions, baby. Yo, this is gonna be quick because I'm like literally, I only have a few minutes. I'm like literally waiting to go inside work. Okay, starry night acceptance. Accepting that you don't know everything, or that what you've been told were lies, or that the system that you've been a part of, that you've been supporting, is not the truth, or that it's not for the benefit of all. It's only for the benefit of a few. Okay, just accepting where you're at exactly in life. This is not just about like on a worldwide scale. Let's bring it back to the micro. Accepting that you have shitty parents. Okay, accepting that your lovers, that you've never had love. Like, you could have been in a long-term relationship, but that person never loved you. Accepting that. Accepting that somebody that you love died, and that you don't get to talk to them in the physical anymore. If you're going through grief like that, just accepting where you're at and knowing that it's exactly where you're supposed to be. It is a time to be alive. Okay, so refocus your energy. Now that you are accepting things, you've setting yourself free, you breaking free of the illusions. Okay, you standing on that wisdom, you letting shit go that doesn't serve you. Now you're gonna refocus on what is important, and that is what you're gonna manifest. Okay, so what is it? Energy flows where attention goes, something of that nature. So put your energy into what's next. Okay, what you want to manifest next, and you don't have to dwell on the fact that, I spent 15 years with this man, or in this church, or in this way of life, or this thought process, or this career. Who cares? Okay, I'm sure you learn things, even if everything you learn is what not to do. Okay, that's just as important. My birth mother, I need to like write down like how am I going to say shit in a clear and concise manner, but my birth mother was something like the opposite of me. She had power like me, but she used hers for evil because she was really insecure. She didn't have a free mind. She thought that all she could do was work within a box. She thought she had to listen to her husband, her father, you know what I'm saying? When she truly was a powerful divine being. And why did I say that? Why did I even start talking about her? I was using her an example. I was using her example, probably an example of it was what not to do. See, my birth mother, she said to me, I know you're going to tear up this world, but she never helped me. She had been getting readings on me and what my destiny is, but it made her jealous, and she never wanted to help me. In fact, in the end, she spent the last year of her life trying to destroy everything that I built, trying to destroy my business, my confidence, my relationships. And when I refused to fold on myself, she tried to kill me, all over an insurance policy. But it was so much deeper than just the little $50,000 I was supposed to receive from my grandmother. She actually put an insurance policy on me and wanted to use me as a human sacrifice to get the love and recognition from her family and whatever. And I said all that to say is that sometimes we learn through what not to do. My mother did not teach me through love. She really taught me through hate, but I still got the lesson. You know what I'm saying? Her attacks that she put on my life, they made me grow spiritually. you know, overcoming death spells. Now I can teach about spiritual war and how to really overcome things. And so it's like where she was refusing to teach me, because my family's from Louisiana, so you know that those practices run deep, right? So instead of saying, hey, let me show you what to do, she just put me in predicaments where it had to come out of me naturally, right? But still got the lesson. So that's why I brought her up, and why I was saying that through my personal experience, that you can learn through them hard things, okay? And sometimes maybe that's meant to be, because, you know, if my mother had coddled me and loved me the way I hoped and dreamed and wished that she would, perhaps I would have stayed soft. Perhaps I would not have grown. Perhaps I would have been okay with being in the box too. Baby. But instead, she turned me into a fierce warrior queen, okay? An energetic powerhouse, all right? And that is what we each are. If you're willing to tap into you, you're an energetic powerhouse. You know, obviously, some people have more power than others, but that's not the point. We all have power, okay? And the more you focus on your personal power, empowering yourself, mastering yourself, glowing up, you know, the more of a force you are, the more impact you can have on the world around you. Okay? A lot of people who are on the lower vibrational side of spirituality, they seek to have power over others, but you can only do that by creating illusions, okay? Or by like, hey Coraline Jones, welcome to the live. Thank you so much for being here. Okay? Secret Spring, success, okay? That's where we're headed, okay? When you focus on yourself, you become successful. So that's what I was saying, is that a lot of time we, or a lower vibrational spirituality will tell you how to have power over others. Let me teach you some witchcraft. Yeah, put them in a jar. Yeah, do a love spell. That's literally you trying to have power over others. But if you empower yourself, nobody can stop you. That means that people can't have power over you. So when those lower vibrational entities come and try to have power over you, but your mind is free, they could put you in chains. Your mind's still going to be free, which means that you can still create. When you don't have a free mind, you can't create. You only create. And this world is like a projection of our minds. Okay? So to be successful, a lot of people be like, I have to beat that guy. I got to take that one out. You know, it's giving me the example of the girl, the ice skater chick who like took out the girl's leg when she was on her way to skate because she wanted to win. That's what she felt like she had to do, instead of just being her best self. You know what I'm saying? People who are experiencing jealousy and envy, it's like, instead of just, they want to focus on taking the person they're jealous out of the way so they can have the position. But instead of just working on bettering themselves and seeing what, instead of seeing like what God has for you, what the world, the universe has for you. And instead of being like, oh, I want their thing looks good, give it to me. Oh, baby, you're going to end up dead doing that. In these times, hating on people, God's not playing about that crap anymore. You either love yourself and your neighbor or you die. Okay? You hit a terrible demise. There ain't no more of this letting evil run rampant. Okay? It's time for the great reorganization. Okay? It's a great balancing act. And nothing can stop us. We're on our way up. Okay, just let's do 2 more cards because I gotta go now. Chaos. Okay? What's it say? Storm spirit. There was a there was a meme that came across. I saved it. What did it say? Something like, how you try to give me chaos when I'm the storm. Something like that, right? Don't be afraid when shit gets shooken up. Okay, that means that a change coming. That means that something new finna happen. You know, the sun always gonna come after the rain type energy. So don't be afraid to go through it. All right, you scared? Freaking. I heard if you're scared, go to church. But you know, in a sense, if you're scared, then let's go deeper into the spirit. You know. Coraline says she likes my steering wheel. Pink is my favorite color. All right, last card, guys, and then we're going to go. Thicket of Thorns, yeah. So you may be in a period of uncertainty. You may not know which way you're going. But I used an example the other day, so we'll end with this. And I was talking about, like, the fairies. So you want to get connected with your nature spirits, right? You might be being chased by an oppressor, right? And you have to run into a thicket of thorns. But just know that you will end up in a pathway where you can slip through. You barely get scratches, while your enemies end up in a real thicket. Okay? Get stuck, get mangled, or can't follow you through. Okay? So don't be afraid of the unknown. Just trust your star guidance, because when you're trusting your star guidance, you're going to be led exactly the way. And it doesn't mean that it's automatically easy. It just means you're going to make it through. So it doesn't mean you're not going to get hit with a few thorns. It just means that them thorns are not going to hit any vital organs. They're not going to cause infection. Okay? They're not going to get your eyes. And there's going to be enough space for you to actually make it through it. You know, and even if you get stuck and you start crying, okay, that's when a miracle really happens. You know, when you don't know, when you've done everything you can and you have no freaking clue which way to go, great, because that's when the miracle is really about to happen. That's when all of a sudden a pathway opens for you. Okay, so I love this message for today, and I'll be back later. Peace.